Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate you all being here on this important issue. I'm going to pick on Mr. Alford and Mr. Gerard for just a minute and throw you a little bit of a curveball. We are working on a resolution today on the floor related to supporting the Ukraine. And in paragraph 15 of that resolution, in the resolved columns, the United States Congress, if it passes this resolution later today, will call on the Ukraine and other countries to support energy diversification initiatives to reduce the ability of the Russian Federation to use its energy exports as a means of applying political or economic pressure, including by promoting increased natural gas exports from the United States and other countries. So I would ask you, Mr. Alford, and you, Mr. Gerard, do you believe that if we export our natural gas, we can have both more power in the world without using our military force and create jobs for all Americans, including the minorities listed in this particular bill that we're discussing today?
I think we need all of the above. And go ahead. Yeah. Energy is the lifeblood of enterprise. And I think we should be the most powerful nation in the world, which we are, and I pray to God that we will continue. And though we may walk through the valley of death, we will fear no evil because we are the toughest, strongest, richest nation walking in that valley. I hope I answered your question.
I believe you did, Mr. Gerard. And I agree with you. Mr. Gerard, you want to try to follow that?
The power in the world, the answer is absolutely. In terms of creating jobs, absolutely. Let me add a third dimension to you, environment. There's a lot of talk out there now, and this gets right back to the LNG export question. DOE has done an analysis that shows by exporting our natural gas, not only do we wean some of our allies off other parts of the world where they'd prefer to have more diversity of options, but it shows that for those that are focused on the carbon emissions go down on a global scale. So not only can we achieve this domestically, we're at a 20-year low in this country in carbon emissions. We're now 10% below where we were in 2005. Why? It wasn't because of policy. It's because the economy came back and we are producing abundance amounts of clean-burning natural gas. So when you look at that same dynamic in the global economy, you look at Asia, you look at Europe and elsewhere, you can get the same benefits. So this is a big deal that goes well beyond the traditional job creation, geopolitical alliances.
Well, and I would have to agree. I think this is a great bill. We have to figure out how we're going to pay for everything, but we should be encouraging minorities to get into the energy sector. I believe it's a growth sector for the United States for a long time to come. Does anybody disagree with that? I want to start with Ms. Harris. Anybody disagree this is a growth sector for the United States economy, energy?
I absolutely agree with you.
Yes.
For sure. Yes, sir.
It's a game changer.
Ms. Bell?
Yes, and particularly in clean technologies.
I agree with you.
It's one of the few bright spots we have in our current struggling economy.
Well, and I would agree with that as well, and I believe in all of the above. Of course, I come from a district that produces natural gas and coal, so I don't ever want to pick on the folks in coal, and I'm very appreciative in this resolution that coal is listed. It is not excluded, as sometimes happens to be the case, and I hope that we can find new ways to use coal even cleaner than we're using it today. It's cleaner now than it's ever been, but I think we can do better, and I hope that we'll have some bright, young, energetic minds, including our women, Hispanics, African Americans, etc., working on that problem as well, and I appreciate you all being here today on this important bill. Thank you so much, and Mr. Chairman, with that, I will yield back.